welcome to Spill Podcast. I'm Beary, that's Dome.
Yo.
We're doing podcasts today.
Yeah, late.
Super late. Later than yesterday. I mean, last time. Yesterday?
We did a podcast yesterday?
We did a different thing.
Was I informed of this podcast?
We did a different thing yesterday.
What did we do yesterday?
We did backseating yesterday.
Oh, we did? We did that? That's a thing we did?
Are you playing games? What's wrong with you?
I'm not playing games.
You're so
I stopped
annoying.
playing earlier.
No, you did not.
Yeah, you did. What are you doing?
That was green.
Literally?
It was green.
It's not green.
Yes, it is.
No way. I'm charging my headphones.
It literally was green.
It was not green. There's
I
no
should have
way.
recorded that.
You can use the plug. It's right there.
Where? This?
Yes, you idiot.
Why is it so big?
That's what she said.
I was gonna say that, but you didn't give me time.
That's what she said.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I like that one. That one's funny.
We recorded backseating. This plug sucks.
Why does it suck?
It sucks. It just went off and then went on again.
No, you suck. Why you have audio on this? You shouldn't have
There's
audio.
audio.
Shouldn't be audio.
Because there's something in the background that isn't just nothing.
So what are you playing in the background? It's that.
Yeah. It's that.
Okay.
Leave it alone.
You leave it alone. All right. What are we
What are you
gonna?
talking
What's the
about?
topics? What's the topics? Because I didn't write any topics down. So.
Of course. No, I'm just talking about, so we recorded backseating yesterday, and it did not go that great, because
I mean,
both of us were tired, we didn't really speak that much, so I'm gonna have to edit the hell out of that. I don't know when that's coming out, probably, like, in, like, 2 weeks.
that's fine. I mean, it's
We'll get a set day for it, and we'll figure it out.
fair point.
By will, I mean I will figure it out, and then his name will be put on it, because he was there.
I was there.
He was present during the recording.
Well,
he did play.
I did play a little bit, and I don't have time to do it. You're literally gonna have a whole week off from school, right?
No.
When do you have a whole week off?
I have a day. Christmas is the week off. I have a day off.
All right, but you don't go to school on Friday, so you're good.
So you mean, yeah. Obviously, I'm gonna be the one editing it. I'm the one who edits it anyway. I'm not complaining about that. I'm complaining about you sucking at recording. Like, we never record early. We record later every single time.
No. That wasn't my fault. I was waiting for you, and you were doing stuff.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No. Cause like an hour ago I was ready, and then I started playing games because I was so bored of waiting for you. I folded a whole bag of laundry that was 2 loads, and you still were playing Pokemon.
Because I was doing a raid. You know how...
You can just stop.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
I have to finish the raid. No, I do. Do you not know? Literally?
It literally...
I wish I had footage of that raid I did. It took me forever because nobody would join my raid, and it would take... I had to do the raid over like 4 times.
Yeah, but you could have just stopped and done it at a different time.
No, the raid disappears.
Why?
Why? I don't make the games. It's just a raid. No, it doesn't. No.
Is it?
No,
yes. By the look in your face, yes, it does come back.
It's not the same.
Yes, it is.
It's not the same.
Yes.
It's not the same.
Yes, it is.
It's not the same.
Yes. It comes back.
See, this is why I was watching a video by Shofu, who is a competitive Pokemon player, and describing he plays Pokemon not just for the story everybody keeps complaining about. He was literally giving a good example of like people critiquing the story. It's like you've played the story already like 8 times, and he's like, to be more descriptive, that you're a new kid that just turned 10 that happens to get their Pokemon right at the start of their journey, and then you go out into the world, and then you fight an evil team that the police should be taking care of, but I'm a 10-year-old kid, I'm gonna whoop their ass, I got you, I'm a prodigy, and then I'm gonna go get my 8 gym badges, then I'm gonna go fight the Elite Four, and then I'm gonna beat the champion, and I'm the new champion now, and I'm gonna catch a legendary Pokemon. He was literally, it just made sense because it's just like, that's a thing that a light flashed in our room, and it's this,
our room.
my room.
This is my room now.
This is your room too.
Thank you.
It's a sign that they want us to go in the living room, but I don't want to go. He's gonna come in here too. Watch.
I think he just went into my room. My computer's still on.
Just wait. He's gonna come in here.
Oh no, he's on the phone.
Thank goodness. No, he's still gonna come in here. Don't worry. All right. Let's get to your stuff. Let's just get right into it.
Let's get raw.
Into the news.
So
my audio level is really loud.
Are they?
You see that? Look how loud that is.
That's only in the yellow.
Hey, don't slam my desk.
Don't talk to me.
Only I can slam my desk.
So I was gonna ask you the other day, and you told me to save it for the podcast. So I'm saving it for the podcast.
I don't remember what we were referring to with that.
We were in the kitchen.
Oh, real quick. Let's talk about just like. Oh yeah, I know what this is. So when you put out that last podcast, right, and then you like people actually the last podcast about the Pokemon one, everybody thinks my computer is utter garbage because you added. She added effects to make the footage more entertaining than still images. So I looked at the video. I'm like, my computer did not do any of this.
Yeah, I added the glitch effects because I was like, nothing's moving on the screen regardless. So I might as well just put like pretty colors. So
no, but people think my computer is like.
I know. But
like a.
It was so clear that it was something in Premiere Pro because at the end of the glitch thing, it like absorbs into a ball and then goes away. So it looks like. No computer does that.
Yeah, no computer will ever give that effect, nor no recording aspect or whatever. Can you not, dog? So, yeah, for forewarning, she edited over that. It's not, my computer's not that bad. It's not like my computer's running like Windows XP or some shit, or 2005. There's no way that's even possible. Or is it? Nah, but no, definitely not. She edited it to make it look like that. My computer is not that bad. It's usable.
Okay. So enough of your... My computer isn't that bad.
Alright, but I'm just making a point that you are an ass and then did not clarify to anybody. You would just assume people can use their brains.
What?
I didn't mean it like that. I meant like to put more thought behind
You know the people who said that was friends of like Curstorian.
They're all stupid. Yeah,
I don't know if you want to say that. Then he joins
No. I'm just
a call with you, and he's like, "What did you say about me?" We said something about him in the last podcast, didn't we? Or in backseating. We said something about him in backseating.
No, you're just joking around though. That's my boy, but
yeah, but he's gonna
get
DMs and
no.
attack you.
You know what's funny? I haven't played Xbox in so freaking long.
Yeah, me neither. That's so obvious. Obviously, I haven't played Xbox. I haven't played Xbox in almost 2 years, right? Something like that.
Something like that. I don't know. I used to play Xbox every day, but
I just meant I meant games in general. I haven't played until backseating. I didn't really play, and even backseating, I was just walking around as Link. So it really wasn't like I was playing a game. I didn't feel like I was playing a game. I felt like I was just like watching something with you.
Okay, let's.
So who is the most attractive to you? And also I'm gonna describe one of them, and my girlfriend was very offended by the way I described her, and I already told you about it, and I don't think it's offensive, but whatever.
Why are the faces like that? Can you get a better picture? Alright, that's not a better picture, it's just distracting.
Oh, what, boobies?
Yeah.
Tatas.
Alright, this is bad for me because I'm judging women's on their faces.
No, like...
Okay, alright. Alright, which one do you think I find more attractive?
I think it's Perry, which is the white girl.
To which one?
No, if I point, they can't see it.
Alright, for me to know. Okay, which one? Okay.
The woman on the right. All the way to the right.
All the way to the right?
Yes.
That's wrong.
You don't think Perry's the most attractive? Perry?
No, I think the one that was right next to her in that
Jade?
picture. Yeah.
You're a traitor.
I think she's... Yeah, it's just...
My girlfriend thinks the same one. That's the one she stands. My order is Perry, Jade, Leanne, and then Jessie.
She looks like... Is that the girl that did the thingy? Is that you know that video? You know that video? You know that
Oh, The girl who in the they were like, oh, they were doing accents.
Yeah.
And then they were like Jamaican, and she went
Like-
after that.
It's not that girl, right? It's not that girl, right? She looks like her.
Wait,
That can't be her.
that's not her.
Wait.
It's not. That's not physically possible. Also, you can see that we're using Internet Explorer.
So what's wrong with that?
Are you listening to yourself?
That's not Internet Explorer. It's called Microsoft Edge, you bum.
You mean Internet Explorer?
It's not called Internet Explorer, you bot.
Just because it's not called that doesn't mean it isn't that. Why? Oh god, your computer. Oh no.
Because you have tabs open.
But I'm doing stuff. I can't do anything.
You can't. It's not that bad. It's just like 2 seconds of slowness.
YouTube loads. I mean, Chrome loads so much faster. I don't know why I use Internet Explorer. For anything. Doesn't matter. For anything.
Whatever.
Jamaican. Oh, that's not how you spell Jamaican. Accent. No, what? Wait, is it? Oh no. Okay, that's a different. Wait, is that her? Wait.
Oh.
It is! It is, because that's Beary!
I'm a fucking god.
Dude!
I fucking told you.
All this time I didn't know that was
I'm just gonna start.
All that time I didn't know it was Little Mix.
Oh, Beary's
face! Wait, is that Beary? Am I crazy?
Oh. What are you... Oh, Beary's
No.
What the fuck is that?
I can't.
This guy got possessed or some shit.
Wait, what is this?
Oh.
Is that? Yeah, it is! It is! I wasn't 100% sure because I'm sorry, Perry. But that's definitely Leanne and Jade. Oh my god.
Oh, Beary.
What the fuck? What is it? Yo, the audio level is spiking, do you know? And if we were gonna watch videos, you should have told me so you could put the audio on.
I don't care. That was the greatest. I wasn't gonna watch the video, but then you said she was the Jamaican girl, and I instantly saw her face, and I was like, no, she's not. She might move up in my list just because. I don't know.
You're an idiot. I did not know
But
that. But yeah, the third girl from left to right, definitely
Jade.
in this picture. Yeah, go to this picture right here.
Why is that like the classic like
Yeah,
Instagram
she does
face?
look better.
The Instagram face when you just part your lips, kind of. It's in
Like,
everything.
This picture looks like, yeah, like this.
I think Jessie looks really good on that one too.
I like both of these. I like the I know that sounds messed up.
I like
the
both
blacker.
of these. I want to buy these.
I want to. Can I get
Can I get
an order of these two real
Can
quick?
I get two minorities?
Are they? Is she a minority as well?
Who? Jade? I think she's. I'm not gonna.
Wait. Okay.
They're all from England.
You just say the UK if you're not sure.
Right, because have you heard their accent? It's like super.
I've heard it.
If you listen to Jade, she has like the strongest like accent I've ever heard. Like she'll say something, and then the interviewer will be like, "What?" and then Leanne will be like, "She said this." They're like, "That is not what came out of her mouth. I don't know what the hell she just said." But yeah, my list would be Perry, Jade. Wait, oh, they're in order. Just the opposite. But I said to my girlfriend that Jessie looks like an aunt.
Jessie is the one right there, right?
Yeah, that's Jessie. Okay, not in that photo. She looks like she could be part of our family. We don't have very attractive family members, but I'm just saying, like,
that's tough. Wait, what do you mean? Okay, I don't want to get into that. Let's not get into that. That's weird.
Yeah, it is. But, like, she looks like she could be, like, related to us. So I instantly just saw her as, like, a mom or an aunt. And she always seemed, like, older than them. But she's really not. You should see them in, like, I don't know, 20...
11? Why are we doing this? Oh god. Oh god, return all of them, please.
They all look so strange.
Return all of that.
I hated when they had their whole, like, they used to dye their hair, like I remember when Perry and Jade both had, like, purple hair, and I hated it. I don't know if I'm the only one who hated it.
You probably were, but, you know.
Like, I don't think it looks
okay.
Great compared to the hair color they have now. I don't know if that's their natural hair color. I wouldn't know, but yeah, they like at some point all of them had dyed hair.
Fair point.
Like when you know how they became a thing?
No.
Is the X Factor, just like One Direction.
Oh, okay.
So they all came in individually, and then like they all gave up a vibe that like they were nervous and scared and like didn't want to be up there by themselves. So like they're like be in a band for both groups, for One Direction and for Little Mix, but then they weren't even in the same group at first. It was like, I want to say Leanne and Jade, and then Perry and Jessie. They were in different groups who actually were competing against each other, and then like randomly, like they were announced onto stage. Like they called all four of their names, and they were like, "We want you to be a group," and then they became Little Mix on X Factor.
Cute.
It's pretty cute. Just like One Direction, except One Direction lost. They got third place. One Direction. I don't know what place Little Mix got actually.
Probably worse, maybe.
I don't know. Little Mix place in X Factor. What did you guys get? Became the first girl band in history of X Factor made on the show. They reached Final 2. And then won the show. So they won. One Direction didn't even, so. We don't stand One Direction. Oh, did you hear about that? Thing about One Direction where, like, Liam. Oh, I told you, like, where Liam came out and said, "Our lives suck." And then everyone was like, "Yikes." And then when Zayn said it back in the day, everyone was like, "Shut up, Zayn. No one cares. You left the group. They're falling apart because of you." And then he was like, "Yeah, but my life literally sucked." And everyone was like, "Shut up. No one cares." And then Liam now, everyone's like, "Oh, poor Liam. Oh my god." And then everyone's like, "You should probably apologize for Zayn for, like, one, not believing him, and then two, like, being jerks to him all the time." Also, he dated Perry, and he broke up with her during a text message.
Zayn?
Yeah. He sent her text.
I don't know who Zayn is, so I just know name. Don't do it, don't. I don't care about these people. Stop smiling, it's not funny.
You don't know him.
I do know him.
Look at his face. Everyone knows that face.
Yeah, it's a fuckboy face.
Yeah. I think that's what he looks like now.
Can we proceed? That's even more fuckboy.
Yeah, it's worse. He's in that video where the cat's
the
eating
fuckboy
spaghetti.
video? There's a fuckboy video?
And the one where the cat's eating spaghetti.
Don't just unacknowledge what I just said to you.
Unacknowledged?
Unacknowledge. Don't disregard anything I said.
I was gonna show you the cat video.
Can't wait till we get a good production.
We will never have a good
You don't think we'll have a good production at one point in our lives?
If anyone ever decides to watch this, then maybe.
Oh, I know this video. I know that video.
I thought it was a cat. I'll be honest, thought it was a cat. Everything in my head just goes to cat. Sorry. So we talked about Little Mix. you said that you liked Leanne and Jade the most.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing Perry is after that, and then Jesse?
Jesse's which one?
The one that looks like an aunt.
Blang, blang, blang,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, she's not my forte. She got like a...
She's like a...
She's got a...
She's a MILF.
Is she a MILF?
No, but like, if I
she
saw
looks like
her,
one?
Yeah, if I saw her, but like, that's a MILF. But
There's,
she doesn't have any kids, so I'm like, that's
like,
a MILF.
There's like 2 MILFs at my job that are...
Can you move forward when you're talking instead of leaning
No,
all the way back
look,
and ruining the podcast?
No, but look, it's high. Look.
That was me talking.
That's me. Look. Oh my god.
You're yelling.
Nah, but there's 2 MILFs at my job that spicy meatball. Well, okay. They look good. That's what I'm getting at. One of them kind of, you know, throwing the flirtatious vibes, but she's got a man and she's got a side piece, and I don't like shitting where I eat, but I mean, if she threw that, okay, I'm gonna stop. Let's just continue.
You sure? You talked about this a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
You would not shut up about how this woman was in love with you.
She's not in love with me.
And
she just wants
she was also cheating.
What? Yeah. That's my assumption because she said she has a boyfriend, right? And then people were talking about she's fucking with a driver. And I know the driver because my friend is a driver. So I talked to him. He's like, yeah, that guy right there, he's fucking her.
Right there?
Right there.
Wait,
He's not
Southern?
He's not Southern, but you know, I'm just, you know, making it funny, I guess.
Ooh. Next subject. Oh, one of them I don't know if I can talk about because I don't exactly remember. Oh, never mind, I remember. It was Gabbie Hanna, but we're not gonna talk about that yet. We're gonna talk about the thing I'm most angry about, which people saw me ranting on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, if you don't, you follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter because, and you should follow this channel's Twitter. It has a Twitter, by the way. Does it? DPB Gaming.
Oh, I did not know that. Thank you for that information.
It'll pop up on the screen right now. It won't.
It's gonna pop up on the screen right now.
Wait, what time? What time? 22. Write that down somewhere. Write it down so I can remember. So I don't have to watch this over again.
22 what?
22. Write 22 down.
You write 22 down. I don't have a paper. You just die?
No.
You just collapse and die?
Let's just remember 22. What am I about? Oh yeah. So I was writing on Twitter. I was Andrew, right? So.
What is that? What?
I was angry.
Alright. Can you learn how to speak first before you start doing?
I was trying to say. I was trying to say angry, but not angry. I was angry.
Okay.
Angry.
I was Angus.
Why is this not? I hate. Okay. So, on Twitter, I was ranting about Pewdiepie being transphobic, which I didn't agree with because everyone was like, cancel Pewdiepie again for the 15th millionth time. He bad. He do bad things. He bad person because he misgendered a trans woman in a Dr. Phil video. It was like, it just didn't even, like, it didn't even occur to me. I didn't even hear them refer to her as she. And, like, if they did, like, it could just slip your mind. It's not that serious of a thing. He isn't, like...
It's that serious.
He isn't, like, directly being like, oh... Like, if someone said, oh, that's a woman, then he'd be like, okay, and say she. It wasn't like anyone had said that to him and made him, like, very aware. He just didn't really pay attention. It's a Dr. Phil video. Who cares? Like, it didn't really matter. And everyone's like, he's transphobic because he didn't realize this small thing. And then,
Okay.
like, when I watched the video, I thought it was a dude wearing makeup. I thought she was a dude wearing makeup. Like James Charles or Jeffree Star stan. You know, like every other person on the internet. It's, like, not that crazy of an idea. And then they had they didn't have a deep voice. Like, it was like a, you know, it was clearly like a male voice, but like very light and like feminine.
So talking like this and stuff like that? Or
no, it was like James Charles kind of voice.
You know how much effort I had to put in doing that like voice?
I know. But it was like a James Charles kind of voice. And that's fine. Like, obviously, like, you have to go to, like, for trans women, like, it's not like trans men where you take the testosterone and it changes your voice. Estrogen doesn't change your voice. It's testosterone that changes your voice. So, estrogen doesn't make it lighter, like, it doesn't make your voice higher. It doesn't do anything to your voice. So, when you're transitioning, you have to go to a vocal coach to, like, change how you speak so you sound more feminine. Some people can't afford that, that's fine, but you can't just assume that everyone will know just by looking at you and speaking to you. It's like
your brain. Well, you're gonna make assumptions
based on like your life experience.
Exactly.
So like, I saw that person and I instantly just thought it was like, and even he sent the video like, oh, it's like a Jeffree Star fan or something. Like, it's not that big. I don't think it's that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. Like, it's just like,
how much backlash did he get from this?
Like, everyone was ranting on Twitter, and then they were like, I didn't even watch the video. I need to get my cis friend to watch it for me. How sensitive are you that you can't watch a video where he mentions like twice, and he says he twice? Like, it's really not that big of a deal.
It's this generation. People are so fucking touchy about everything. But you know what the shit they were putting on television before? Literally, like, slandering, like just publicly on television, and it was funny.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's also like
fat
so
people and stuff like that. It's just
so many
like
better like reasons to get mad at some like you can get mad at like what's that game that like the main villain was just like a joke about like trans and like drag queens. It was like someone who's like gender was like ambiguous, or like her in Powerpuff Girls. What a weird villain.
Her, the crab guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who talks like this, named her, and has a bow in his hair, but he's called he, isn't he? But has a super high pitched voice or whatever. It's he, isn't it?
I don't know.
And it's the devil, but everyone thinks he's like either gay or trans or something, or you know. And I'm like, that's a villain in a kids show. Get mad about that. I don't know. Just get mad about something else. It's so weird. It just shows, like, I said in one of my rants, like, that, like, you just make the whole community look stupid because you're getting mad about such small things when there's so many more important things, and, like, so many people out there who are actually transphobic, and you're just making it easier.
His name is him.
Yeah, and then he's a crab that looks like...
You know, it's funny, that's probably my first introduction to like, cross-dressing and stuff like that, yeah. And I didn't, you know, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, what the fuck?
What the fuck? I didn't want to see that. Oh, fuck. But yeah, that happened midway.
I mean, I feel like it's things like this, it's like a conversation to be had, but, you know, people are gonna be touchy about everything, no matter what.
Yeah, my problem was the sensitivity with it, because it's just like, you just make the rest of us seem silly, and that, like, our issues don't. Is
silly the right word?
I mean, stupid, silly, sensitive.
Because I know you want to use another word, that's why.
What, moronic? What? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, one of those.
Like, it just makes the whole community look, ooh, he said he, ooh, like, it doesn't, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter because he didn't go out of his way to be, like, belligerent or negative.
Yeah, there was no intention of...
There was no intention to be rude. I've been watching PewDiePie almost my whole life, and every time you see people just, like, get mad about that kind of stuff, I'm like, it just doesn't matter, because, like, everyone's like, oh, but he has, like, signals of race, like, negativity, like, he's giving... like homophobes and transphobes and racists a platform. It's like, but he's every video he's like, don't be mean to people, don't do that, please. Especially not with my name. Please don't do that. And it's like, how many times does he have to say it before everyone's like, maybe he isn't signaling to people to keep doing that? I just don't get it. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, dude.
I can't believe
it's bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. But like that. I can't believe that's Jesse. I still can't believe it. I saw that video before I was a fan of Little Mix.
Well, you have been told.
I have been enlightened.
You have.
I have seen the light, and now whenever I think of Jesse, I'm just thinking of black back. I thought it was like talk show host doing that game. That's just an interview. That's crazy. Anyway, so I was also gonna talk about Gabbie Hanna and her manipulation again.
Why?
Because
why?
Because she keeps doing things. It's so funny.
Just let it rock. Let this idiot be free.
We need something to put in the title so people will click on it. That's all. First of all, we can put Pewdiepie and Gabbie in the title now because I've said her name like 3 times. That's good.
You clickbait.
It's not clickbait because we talk about it. Clickbait is when you don't talk about it. We talk about it. So then it's not clickbait because we did deliver on what we made you click on.
Clickbait.
You're ugly and no one likes you. So, with Gabbie Hanna, she apparently, like, one of her old friends that she used to live with back during the Vine days, I think, which is a while ago. She, like, came out after Trisha's video, like, appeared, was uploaded. She was just like, yeah, like, Gabbie is kind of a bad person. And then got into detail about how she was, like, messaging a 15-year-old. This is not pedophilia. Your eyes already said pedophile. Hello? No, she was talking to a 15-year-old, a fan of her friends. And they haven't been friends in a while. Because back in the day, her friend got sexually assaulted. And Gabbie, instead of being a super supportive friend, like normal people would be, when your friend has been sexually assaulted, she sided with the sexual assaulter, who then went to jail for sexual assault. It was her friend who got sexually assaulted. Mind you, that was her friend. That she had been friends with for a while, who let her live with her, almost rent-free.
I am confusion.
Yeah, well, Gabbie's just a horrible person. She'll do anything for, like,
Gabbie.
Status. Gabbie Hanna.
Okay.
Not the other Gabbie. I don't know anything about the other Gabbie. The one with 1 B. I just know she was part of that last drama. I know nothing about her, what she does. I didn't bother looking it up. I didn't care. She's just a person that knows Gabbie and Trisha. So yeah, what was that? Oh yeah, so she texted this 15-year-old fan. It was a fan of Gabbie and of her old friend, I think. Or I think it was just a fan of her old friend who got sexually assaulted. And she was like, oh, like, you can't believe what everyone's saying about me. I'm a good person. This is Gabbie saying to the fan. I'm a good person.
Hanna.
Yeah, Gabbie Hanna. You're so annoying. And she's like, I didn't do anything wrong. And, like, she was showing her screenshots of personal conversations we had with this old friend. Like, trying to prove that she wasn't a good, like, a bad person. That she wasn't a good person. That she wasn't a bad person.
I'm trying to make sure you guys know I'm not a good person.
I mean, that's clearly kind of what she was doing. And she was just showing, like, just really weak evidence of just, like, old conversations. She was like, I didn't even, like, talk to her sexual assaulter. Like, I was just hanging out with his friends. And everyone's like, just don't do that. Just don't hang out with his friends if he sexually assaulted your friend. Why don't you get other friends? Just find new friends. And she was like, oh, like, I wasn't allowed to go out because of the girl who got sexually assaulted. She was like, not letting me hang out with anyone who was even in relation to the guy who sexually assaulted her. Da-da-da-da.
I mean, that should be the objective, right? To not hang out with people?
Not be near the people who sexually assaulted you. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's her goal. Not be around creeps. But Gabbie loves creeps. Loves them. Absolutely adores them. She wants them all over her. So
I think she wants to get. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
she wants. The thing is, like, the guy had clout, and that's completely why.
Who was the guy?
Some guy. I don't even care. Like, I don't even think it matters. I
think it does. It does matter.
The sexual assault happened so long ago. I don't even think it at this point. Like, he's just some asshole. So yeah, the girl was just coming out basically saying that, like, don't trust Gabbie because she's messaging 15-year-olds, trying to manipulate them into believing that she's a good person and trying to get them to stop being fans of me and, like, go on her side, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's so stupid. Like, and she's, like, sending private conversations, you know? From her and her friend.
Leaking them DMs, right?
Yeah. And you know what, the 15-year-old... She did this to 2 15-year-olds, by the way. That she tried to manipulate into, like, believing she was a good person.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them went to the girl that got sexually assaulted and went, look. Look what your old friend is showing me. And then she was like, yikes. That's a yikes, brother. Big ol' yikes. Like, I don't understand. I just don't. Just, if you were a good person, you wouldn't have to keep telling people you were a good person. No one would disagree with you if you actually were a good person.
Fair point.
Like, in like the case of, like, let's say, like, Pewdiepie, like, people who dissect his whole life and then, like, try to find things that he's done wrong, obviously they're gonna think he's a bad person. But people who've been fans of him don't ever go, is he a bad person? Because they've seen all the good things he's done for people, you know, all the charities, all that, and, like, the way he treats fans and stuff like that. Gabbie, her own fans are going, I don't know anymore, I don't think so anymore, like, I'm not sure. Your fan should not be the one going, ooh, yikes, I think you might be a horrible person who keeps trying to manipulate people and get more clout.
It's rough.
She also considers herself a comedian, which I don't think at any point anyone considered her a comedian except herself. She's like, I'm so funny! And everyone's like, you did like 3 vines that got popular.
I mean, her life is a joke, so... No, I'm
Clearly. If she has to keep going to these extents to, like, get fans and stuff like that, and keep her fans from, like, leaving, then maybe maybe her life is a joke. What else?
Sounds like it, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's just how it is. For Gabbie Hanna. That's her whole life. Oh, yeah! I have the next subject, which I already told you about. So we're moving on for Gabbie Hanna because she's gross and we don't want to talk about her any longer. We don't support
I wanted to stop talking about her a long time ago, but you wanted to keep going.
Listen, we need content for the titles. You gotta think of the titles, okay?
Fair point.
That's why I brought Visco Girls up in the last one, because I knew we couldn't clickbait Trisha again, or Gabbie. Because, yeah. We'll put Visco Girls in the title of this one. No, it's because Visco Girls were at the peak, you know? Peak of their popular... Are you recording?
No.
What are you doing?
I can't read that. How far are we in?
Almost 40.
Oh, okay.
So, what was I on? Oh, yeah.
My bad.
Visco Girls were at the peak of their popularity, so that's why we talked about that. I mean, I also just want to talk about them because they're so weird. I find it so strange, but... Regardless, we're gonna move on to, something I told you yesterday, I think. That I go to McDonald's sometimes. And I go to McDonald's, and I go to the same McDonald's by my school, which I don't think I want to disclose that, no.
Not a good thing to disclose,
no.
but continue.
So yeah, I go to a school.
Wow, you go to a school?
I go to a school in a location, and there is a McDonald's nearby. Like, probably like 6 blocks away. You have to walk a significant amount. I don't know if I want to...
I've never even walked that far.
Well, I saw it when I was
I just eat in the school because you're allowed to, because you can pay for food there, because it's a college. That's all.
Right, but I don't want college food. I want...
It's good, though.
I know, I heard it's good.
Why don't you just order? I get pizza,
money.
like sandwiches and shit. I used to get a bacon, egg, and cheese all the time. Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
not been into the cafeterias on either of the buildings?
No, I feel really awkward. And also, sometimes...
Do we have to stop the recording so I can explain to you these places you can eat?
Sometimes I've seen them.
I'll see, when I go back to school, I'll see yous.
Sometimes I just want to leave the building, and I don't want to be in there anymore because I feel gross. because I just hate the last class I was in or something.
Sure, fair
And
point.
I just want to leave. And I'm like, I want to go outside and like get some fresh air.
Okay.
So I'm like, adios. Then I want to like go on a walk. I mean, if you're gonna eat, you're gonna walk. So yeah, I go to McDonald's, and I mean, the first time I didn't really notice anything. I was like, I think I was by myself. Yeah, I was by myself the first time this happened. But like, I don't know if she was my cashier or not. I don't know. So I ordered food on like the tablets, you know, where you just like, boop, 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 there's my order, and then it like, you can set your table tent, which is like, you can put like a 2 code number if you see the tent next to the thing, so it's like a little thing to show the marker so the waitress can bring it to you.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Table tent.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm bugging.
Yeah, you grab them and then
I'm
you
bugging,
put them
shut
on your
up.
table, and then the waitress brings your order.
Uh-huh.
So I typed it into the thing. I took my tent and I went to go sit down. But I had a huge headache. I don't think I got enough sleep that day, so I had like a headache that was pounding. So I put my head down and I wasn't really paying attention. And then like, I don't know why, but I had like the feeling to like look up for my meal.
I think it's more than 6 blocks. Like, oh, I know this is McDonald's.
We see it all the time.
Oh, it's right by Brethren.
I don't think you want to give more disclosing information.
Brethren, there's a
where
really
it
good
is.
diner near there. I've been to this McDonald's, and my boy was like,
What diner?
I've been to that McDonald's before. Actually,
Is that like the one by us? That thing?
no, but it's a good diner, though.
Okay, I'll go there.
I've been there
Okay.
because my boy was like, he was dropping me off for school. He was going to go home or something. And I was like, we just finished work. And then I'm like, he said, yo, you want to go stop and get some food? I was like, yeah, ooh, we can go get McDonald's. He's like, I kind of don't want McDonald's. And we saw the diner. We got in there, had, you know, the whole bacon, eggs, cheese, toast, and then hash browns and stuff like that. It was really good, though. Really, really,
I've
really
had
good.
hash browns in
It was so good.
eons.
I haven't been there in a minute, but I know the McDonald's you're talking about now.
The last
Continue.
time I had hash
Continue.
browns was at McDonald's.
Continue.
So yeah, I order, I sit down, I have a headache, I look up, and like, the waitress does like a little shimmy. I don't know how to, it was a shoulder shimmy. She had a big smile on her face, and she gave me my order. She placed it on the table, she's like, anything else? And I was like, no, go away. She took the tent, I didn't say go away, I just said no, thank you, and then I'm an awkward little child, so
Not a child, but continue.
I'm literally not a child, but
But
so
you
yeah,
act like a children, yes.
I act like a children. So she left, and I didn't think about it too hard. But then like after a little while, I was like, that was a little strange. That was a little peculiar. That little shimmy, that little shimmy was a little bit a little weird.
See, I'm gonna say what you say to me when I think women are checking me out, and they are. But you think they're not. It's not that serious. She does that to everybody. You just thought she was looking at you like that.
No,
You thought she was.
No,
you thought
instantly
nope.
I had that thought.
Nope.
Maybe she does that to everyone.
Nope.
So
she doesn't.
I
Nope.
wouldn't say
You were just
stalking.
seeing things. You were hallucinating.
You're so annoying.
No,
Instead of-
you're annoying. I tell you every time,
No,
and a
that
girl does
doesn't-
check me out.
That doesn't work for you because you only see them once. I saw her multiple times.
All right. What about that girl after we went out to dinner with everybody in Manhattan out of an Olive Garden? Remember that? And I was holding our nephew, and this girl was standing there checking me out, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go talk to her. And she was dead checking me out, like hard body. And then I told you guys were like, nah, she wasn't checking you. I'm like,
You're the only one who
How?
sees these things. You're the only.
because
one
I'm
who sees
more more aware of my surroundings.
No, you're more aware of who's looking at you.
Yes,
If
because
someone's looking at you, obviously you're gonna be more aware that someone's looking at you. I'm not looking at you and then looking around for someone looking at you.
fair point.
All right then.
But
shut
she was
up.
definitely checking me out. You can't
Okay,
say
that's
people
great.
weren't checking.
That's great. I'm so happy for you. But does that mean anything? Did you get a story out of that? Is there anything that came of that besides you going?
Did anything come out of your story?
Yeah, because I'm about to tell the story on a podcast.
No, I'm sad now. I don't really care. It's whatever. I just wanted to make a
You're
point.
so dramatic.
I'm not
So-
dramatic.
I'm not dramatic. PewDiePie is transphobic.
Idiot.
So, yeah, so she did a little shimmy, and I was like, that was a little strange. So I started watching her give her order to other people.
So look, you're the one staring at people. Continue.
No, I was just...
You were staring at people. Continue. Continue.
I was trying to check if she had done the same thing to other people, because I thought it was strange. But I'm like, if she does it to everyone, then it doesn't matter, right? Then it's not weird. I mean, it is weird, but it's not as weird if she just did it to me, you know? So I wasn't really paying attention to where she was, but I did catch, like, sight of her. And then I was like, oh, like, I'm gonna see her give this order somewhere else. And then she just plopped it down and was like, have a nice day, and then left. And I was like, I'm uncomfortable. So I ate, and then I left. Didn't say anything, didn't look for her or anything. Like, I didn't try to, like, make eye contact with her at any point. And I forgot about it. I think I told my girlfriend after it happened. I think I told her right after it happened, like, that was strange, but whatever. And she didn't do it for anyone else, so I'm uncomfortable. So then, I was like, okay, I'm gonna move on with my life. And I go back to that same McDonald's. I think like a week later. And I'm just chilling out. I pull out my water bottle, my bag of chips. I have my McChicken, and then chicken nuggets.
What time is this around though? Like what time do you usually?
It's like it's late in the afternoon. It's after 4.
Oh, I'm at work. I can't just pull up and be like, yo, who is this grizzle looking at my sisters?
Anyway,
alright, continue your...
So I'm eating my meal, I'm chilling out. I didn't see her she wasn't at my cashier, and she wasn't the person bringing my meal. So, I didn't even think she was working that time. I wasn't really paying attention. I forgot about it even happened.
Mhm.
And then, right when I was, like, finished eating, and I was, like, packing up my stuff, she walked past, and then we made eye contact, and then she had a big smile on her face, and then winked at me. And it was, like, fear 100.
She installed fear in you?
I have a girlfriend.
Okay.
I don't want to be like, no, thank you. I go to this McDonald's for food. This is not a club. I am a child. I wasn't a child. I think the first time, I don't know.
And you look like a hobo. Why are people checking you out?
No, I don't.
Brother. Alright, you either look like a hobo, or
Uncle.
you look like someone's uncle.
Okay. I wasn't wearing one of my Hawaiian shirts. Leave me alone. I was just
You
wearing
can't because it's cold.
I was just wearing a graphic tee. I had both of my sweaters open, and I was wearing jeans. That's such a normal outfit. What are you talking about?
That's somebody's uncle.
Anything I wear, everyone's like, you either look homeless or like a weirdo. And I'm like, I wear normal clothes. I don't understand. I wear.
Do you want me to
clothes.
style you? Cause
No, I like how I look, and I have a girlfriend.
Wait. You were supposed to say, I guarantee it.
I guarantee. I like how I look. I guarantee.
Oh shit.
If everyone's like, oh, why do you dress so bad? I'm like, that's why you're single and I'm not.
Nah, I'm joking around, but it's also funny.
I'm offended because everyone says it, and I'm like,
Because you have a weird style, to be blunt.
I like Hawaiian shirts.
It's not saying there's a bad thing that you like
I
the
like
way you
Hawaiian
look
shirts,
and you guarantee it.
And
I'm just saying it's not the norm, I
I'll
guess.
say when I was in high school and I really didn't care anymore, I just stopped caring about anything until like at the near senior year I started actually caring about how I looked, like near the end of it. But like before I wore sweatpants and a sweatshirt almost every single day, and I just didn't care, and I literally looked like a homeless person.
Also, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely I gained a style getting out of, like, I don't think I looked good in high school, and even when, like, so when I used to work, I mean, I don't want to disclose what I used to do, but I used to work as a package handler in a
company.
In a facility, in a mail facility, right? Like, international mail and stuff like that, federal, United, like, postal, like, you know, one of those thingies, right? Those that deal with mail and packages and stuff like that.
I don't know why you keep describing.
I just said 3 different things. I handle packages in a facility.
That could be so many other companies, but now you've narrowed it down to 2.
It's like 4. Okay, you have what?
Oh, fine.
You have
there's 4, yeah.
USPS, UPS, FedEx, and DHL.
Which one's the American whatever?
What?
You know the one that has like the eagle? They deliver stuff. Which one is that?
USPS.
Is it?
United States Postal Service.
I thought they had an A on them.
No.
I don't know.
You mean USPS?
I never see them, so I don't know.
Okay.
I've seen their trucks like a couple times.
Yeah. They're here when I leave. The house. But when I used to work at nighttime, and I used to be very, I just got recently promoted,
no one cares.
More than 2 months ago. Like 2 months ago.
He works in the office now.
Yeah. I get paid more and do more stuff, but whatever. It doesn't really matter.
You don't really get paid more. You get more hours. You haven't even gotten a pay raise yet. I'm just saying. You got more hours, which is technically more pay, but you aren't being paid more. Why am I being specific? You're so annoying.
I don't even want to tell my story anymore.
Tell your story.
I forgot, because you're an asshole.
Stupid story.
You're an asshole.
When you're walking at night, what?
No, I didn't dress well. I dressed to destroy my clothing. Like, I would wear, like, joggers, shoes that are, like, disgusting, and worn shirts, and, like, sweaters that I didn't really care about if it was that time. And I even bought extra, like, shorts, like these, so I can destroy them. But now I just wear them at home. And wore, like, really crappy sneakers, like I was saying before. But now, I don't touch packages like that anymore, so I can wear whatever I want, and I look better. But, like, people in, like, when I was in college and I was doing both, I would, like, there's videos, like, one of the girls that I was friends with, she, like, very social, like, social media active, right? Right? I don't know how to word that correctly.
She likes social media.
She was, a big social media user, whatever. To get to the point, like, I looked at some of the videos because she's like, oh, I miss, like, my friends, and when we were like this, it was a simpler time, right? And I'm looking at the video, I'm like, I look like a fucking bum because I literally just came from work. I'm wearing, like, worn out shoes, like, joggers that are, like, red, like really ugly color, and then, like, a bummy, like, sweater, and I'm like, and I wasn't really getting my hair cut like that. I would cut my hair, like, what, once a month myself. Now, I go to a barber and get my hair cut every 2 weeks. Now I look clean, but you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really, like, care. But then, like, you take a step back and you're like, I gotta, make myself look good. I don't know.
Well, you're single, so it's more important to you.
Yeah. Fair point.
Then, yeah, it's, like, not that important to me.
But also, even if I started dating a girl, right, I would still want to look good.
Yeah, that's why I started dressing her. I was like, I feel bad because she's dating me and I look like a bum. So, like, every time we go shopping, I'd actually buy stuff that I was like, oh, I want to wear that. So that became the origin of the Hawaiian shirts that everyone's like, you look so weird. I'm like, I really like them and I think I look good in them. I don't know. I like them. Valeria likes them. My girl. I said her name in another episode. Doesn't matter. She likes them. Whatever. It doesn't really matter as long as I'm happy. Like, I don't really care. And I started wearing jeans. I was like so against jeans. I started wearing them now. I still have some sweatpants.
Yeah, I was kind of against jeans as well, but then I recently just, like, I got fitted pants, because I didn't like the way the pants look, because, like, I like...
What an asshole!
I like the slim-looking, like, clothes and stuff like that.
He drank something, sat down, there's a trash bin right there, and he just threw the thing on the floor. What an animal! And he's a doctor! Should have fired him right there.
But I liked fitted clothes, right? That's why I would wear joggers instead of sweats, because it like, fits my form better, right? It looks better. But then I was like, in the jeans I had before were, like, baggy and, like, straight fit.
Yeah, you wear skinny jeans now.
Yeah, but they're not, like tight. They're, like, they fit my form, but they're not, like, stuck to my body. And it just looks my body. It looks my body. It makes my body look better, Like, I just, when you wear fitted clothes, you just look better. because we wear baggy shit. Like people at work, they wear like baggy shit. Like my manager, like he wears like super baggy pants, and I'm like, okay. He's like, I don't. He say he doesn't really care because he's here to fuck up his clothes, but like, I also want to look somewhat like presentable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have got some looks like we talked about before, but I'm like, I'm like, good for me.
Yeah. So a woman is flirting with me at McDonald's. Also, I always thought that was strange because I just became 18, so I could have been any age below that. I look the same.
Well, what about like men that see girls that are like, fully formed looking adults, but they're like 16?
That's why you can't just be flirting with people on the streets out here. You can't just be assuming.
It's not something. Well, yeah, people are gonna assume anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I don't think you should be blatantly. Like, you should get to know people before you're like.
Well, you're asking for a utopia that doesn't exist.
First thing that comes out of your mouth is like, "How old are you?"
I just feel like that's such a strange thing to say.
Once it's below 18, you better go. Gotta go. Gotta leave.
I mean, you. The thing is, like, you work up to that. It's not something you just go like one of those like those like what do you call the board? What do you call those chat room things? Like, and literally the first thing someone says is like this, like nameplate, yeah, that shit.
Name, age, location, if that.
Yeah, and then people put like what female 18 Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, like gender.
Yeah, and then be like male 2 years old in the United States. Well, I gotta leave. Thanks.
If your intention isn't to just talk to them, and if you have the intention to either be friends or have a different kind of relationship, then maybe.
What relationship are you talking about? Are you talking about like you guys want to be like pen pals or some shit? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, if you want to be pen pals or not or whatever.
I'm.
Then you work up to.
I'm copywriting
then
that.
You work up to.
You want to be pen pals?
Then you work up to the age, right? You work up to.
Yeah.
But if your intention is purely to either date them or have sex with them,
no,
you ask
pen pals.
You ask the age.
Yeah, he's like, I really want to be your pen pal. What? Could you get a pen? Like.
You should be like hey, I think you're really pretty. How old are you?
You're just ignoring me.
And then if it's below 18, you go, sorry.
Well, yeah, yeah.
That should be the first thing out of your mouth. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Especially when you look
I'm not gonna lie.
a lot older than that person.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into my experience with that, but like,
at our old school. Really? You're talking about
the who?
Drez. Liz Jane. Daughter of Liz Jane.
What about her?
I think you're talking about that. You were in high school and she was like middle school.
No.
And she looked like a high schooler.
Oh no, she was in high school.
Oh, she was in high school.
But she was like
freshman or something.
Yeah. But like, no, I had no intention with her. No.
No, I'm just saying you thought she was pretty, and then you're like, ew.
Yeah.
Freshman.
I mean, her cousin though, like. Well, I did date her cousin, but
Yeah, that one. Okay, we don't need to talk.
Let's not.
What was it? Oh yeah. So yeah, a woman's flirting with me at McDonald's, and I'm scared. And everyone's like, you should just tell her you're not comfortable with it. But I'm like, she could just go, I wasn't doing anything. And then I'm like, what do I say?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, what do I say to
Fair
that?
point.
And also, like, it's not like she's being weird. Like, I find obviously I find it flattering.
Mm-hmm.
In the most basic level, was like, oh, someone thinks I'm attractive and has interest in me. That's nice. I don't want to like be like, ew, how dare you? You know, she doesn't know. Although me and Blair have had dates there, so it's strange. But we don't like openly be like, oh my god, I love you so much, and then like middle of the like public. I don't think we're. It's not normal for us to do that anyway. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
like, oh my god, that brings it to the subject of like, she was like waiting for me with like for my class that starts at like 6:55. So it's in the late in the afternoon, and like she was leaving, so then like we kissed, and then my professor came up to me, and I was like, "Hi." Hey,
right
buddy.
after.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, his name is Buddy. I was like, "Hey, buddy. Hi. Class." And then she was like,
"Your girlfriend, right?"
I gotta go. I gotta exit.
Was there anything weird? Your teacher say anything weird to you?
No. He didn't say anything weird, but I felt weird because it's your professor. It was just like, oh, hey, professor. And he was like, you're early for class. I was like,
that's exactly what I'm here for.
I mean, I was there to be early for class, but I mean, it was really awkward. It was just like, oh, okay. And we walked up the stairs together.
Well, you're a very awkward human being, so
yeah.
that would make the sense.
But I like Buddy. He's cool. He's a very good professor.
He's your buddy?
That is his name. His name is Buddy. Actually, his name is actually really long. It's like Milton something Jr. Or Milton something something the third. It's like a very long, like formal sounding name. He's like, but people call me Buddy. And we're like, okay, thanks, Buddy.
I like the Buddy.
Thanks, Buddy. He's an artiste. That's like an art class, basically. My major class. It's just like learning how to use computer programs to create art. So, Premiere Pro, Photoshop, Illustrator, stuff like that. Illustrator's
Speaking of fire.
Speaking of fire. Yeah, that happens.
Even though you weren't talking about fire.
I wasn't talking about fire.
No, because I looked at my phone and it said, Twitch streamer accidentally set her hair on fire during charity stream.
Oh, charity stream. That's so sad. I hope she's okay.
I feel bad for the charity.
Yeah, that sucks.
And her too, because obviously, because her hair's on fire. But
that sucks. Wow. That's like the most tragic time for it to happen. During a stream, during a live stream, so everyone sees it, and they can't stop seeing it, and it's also a charity live stream.
Yeah.
That's bad. It's horrible. It sucks. Who was it?
I don't know.
Great. Useless to me.
No, I wanted to spill out that information. You're gonna look it up now?
No, I wasn't gonna.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like, back to, like, distinct outfits. Like, I for me, until I get, like, a good job, and I'm, like, happy with the money I make.
Or just get a job.
Or, yeah, get a job. But even then, probably most of my money's gonna go to mom and dad anyway, if I get a job.
Why?
Because they're paying for my dental, my college, which is all thousands of dollars.
She's losing her insurance, your mother.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking about getting the insurance for my job.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. You have to pay for it, right?
They take a little bit of my check.
Yeah. But, yeah, they said they'd get me dental, though. But that's still thousands of dollars, regardless how we do it. If it's braces or Invisalign, it's still thousands of dollars. So, if they do that for me, I'm gonna feel so bad. I want them to take my money at that point. Just take my money. Like,
yeah, get a good job.
Get a good job.
Get a good
yeah,
job.
but when I'm moved out and I have a job, I'll actually start, like, forming a style. But, like, for now, it's just like I like Hawaiian shirts and I wear jeans every single day almost. I don't really wear my Hawaiian shirts anymore because it's not.
Your Hawaiian sheets?
Like, they don't feel comfortable under.
You can't.
No, they don't feel
Can't pass.
No, they don't
Hawaiian
feel comfortable
sheets?
under.
Hawaiian sheets?
Yeah, under my sweater. So it's like. Oof.
Your Hawaiian sheets.
So I just wear, like, graphic tees.
You can't ignore me.
I can't
Your
ignore
Hawaiian
it, and
sheets.
I will ignore
Your
it.
Hawaiian
I will
sheets.
Ignore it. I don't care. I just don't care.
How hard is it to speak English?
It's very hard. We've been talking for an hour. It's very hard. It's hard to do it.
Did you get over all your points that you wanted to talk
No,
about? Because this is your channel. I mean, this is your.
But we're gonna
You just stole the channel from me because I just gave you.
Yeah, it's my channel.
No, this is your. This is your.
We need to talk about video games. We haven't gotten to video games.
This is your
We
podcast.
need to talk about
This
it
is your
because, we just
show.
Talk at 30 minutes.
Show,
We need
right?
to
It'd be show,
This
right?
is my show. I run this show. This is me. I might as well run the other one because I edit it too.
It's mine though. I'm the host.
You hardly hosted that.
Yeah, I did.
You only started
hosted
hosting
that.
it when I went to use the bathroom, and then I proceeded to lay down because I was too tired to talk.
I don't know why you did. Why you pulled a me? Stop pulling a me.
Because it was your show.
No, don't pull a me though. I don't need that bullshit in my life.
You do.
Continue. What's the next thing?
Oh yeah, I'm talking about how people called me white. Even though I have a very Hispanic name.
Same.
It just depends how you say it, I guess. My first name.
Same? Yeah.
No, yours is always going to be Hispanic.
No, I mean, it's just, people are ignorant anyway.
Well, yeah, but mine, you can say it in a very white way, and it sounds normal, and I say it like that, so it makes it sound like it's white. But, and it's also, it's also a white name, like, white people have used it. But you say it in a different way, and it instantly, oh, that's a Hispanic name, but also our last name is very Hispanic. So, like, I don't know how I got called white, regardless, and then it's also in the situation where it's just like, most Hispanic people think we look Hispanic, and then it's like, because women will walk up to me and just start speaking Spanish. If I'm with my girlfriend, instantly I'm like I point to her, I'm like, I don't speak it, no.
Would that be a thing you would want to learn though? Like I was gonna say
I want to learn Hispanic.
Spanish. Espanol.
I do want to learn it, but also it gives me, like, so much anxiety.
Why?
Because, I know so many people who, who do speak Spanish, and have Hispanic families who make fun of them for how they speak Spanish. But the person speaks Spanish. Like, they're almost fluent in it. But because they don't say things with a perfect accent or whatever, they're made fun of for it.
That's why I intentionally, when I pronounce things in Spanish,
wrong,
yeah. Get dad upset.
That's what's so, I'm always mad about that, because it's like, Hispanic people are like, why don't you know Spanish? And then they instantly make fun of you when you mess something up. And it's like, when Hispanic people who don't, like, normally speak English, and they say something in English that is like, it doesn't sound right, I correct them and I don't make fun of them. Because I know how it feels to be made fun of when you're trying to speak, you know? And it always made me so angry when people did that to people who don't speak English and they make fun of them. I'm like, you're such an asshole. Like, the person they speak 2 languages. How many do you speak? Shut up. Like, so many people in my school, their first language was, in my old school, my high school, their first language they spoke was Spanish. So, like, when someone speaks to you in English and they don't, like, really know how to construct a sentence, and, like, they say it in a weird way, you don't have to be a jerk. You just be like, oh, it's actually said this way. And, like, you know they've made fun of when they get defensive, and you're like, no, I wasn't making fun of you. I'm just saying that's how you say it. And they're like, oh, okay. Like, because they immediately think you're making fun of them because everyone makes fun of them. It's like, why would you do that? You're just making it harder for them to learn. Because
children are assholes.
It's not even children. It's like full-grown adults who do it too. It's ridiculous.
Humans are dickheads. Shut up. Next topic.
What's wrong with you?
I want to take a nap.
Let's talk about video games. What game just came out that everyone? Oh, Stadia. How do you feel about Stadia?
I don't know what the fuck is Stadia.
Like, what? Google Stadia, the streaming service for video games.
Oh yeah. Don't seizure on me, all right?
You're dumb.
I'll beat your ass.
Inaccurate. How do you feel about Google Stadia?
I don't even know anything about it. I don't really care.
I'll tell you about it. Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
It costs $100. It's not a joke.
Just the whole service forever?
It costs $100, and it's a subscription service. I think it's $10 each month. And it comes with a controller that has to be plugged in unless you use Google Chromecast. So if you're using your TV, you don't need to plug it in. But if you're using your phone or your computer, you have to plug it in. There is extreme lag when you play. Like, someone will press space to jump, and like 1 second later, the person, like, the character will jump. And they're like, there won't be any lag because we use so many servers, and everyone's like, I don't know. People have said this a million times, and it just doesn't work. And people are like, oh, like, there's a lot of potential for Stadia to be something really, really good, but it's just right now it's not there. And also the fact that it's just like, it doesn't have any freaking games. It has like Destiny, what is that game that you kill Nazis and there's robots?
Wolfenstein?
Yeah, there's Wolfenstein, I want to say 3? The Bloodhound or something like that?
Okay.
You know the one that's like co-op?
Mm-hmm.
That everyone was kind of bad? Like, not many people liked it. because it was like it kind of felt like it's like Doom, but like not good. Are you even paying attention?
It's just like, fuck Google. I don't know.
Honestly.
Because they're just trying to profit more into digging their hands into stuff.
See, that's a good thing that you should say on the podcast instead of being all like, I'm gonna go on my phone.
I just said it.
I'm just saying, you're not part of the conversation.
I am part of the conversation. I'm listening to you.
You're ugly. So, yeah, like, basically everyone's like, this is just another attempt to, like, get more information on you. Put you more into the Google, like, into the Google system, because they own YouTube. They have information on you based on that. They are Google, so whenever you search something up, they know what you're searching up. They have more information on you. They, now they want to own how you play games. That's even more information on you, like what games you like, you know? They can keep marketing you and selling your information. So everyone's, like, on edge about that. But I feel like, kind of from my perspective, it's just like, they already know so much and own so much of my information that I have now given up. I'm just like, whatever. The service is good, I'll use it. You know?
Yeah, but I would not spend $100 on that shit.
No. A lot of people, apparently, like, they barely sold any. It was just, like, people who wanted to review it, you know? People with money who have YouTube channels and stuff like that. Or, like, big companies, like IGN and stuff like that, who want to, like, review it and have it so they can be like, it's bad, and then don't buy it.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, normal people haven't, I don't think any, like, maybe, like, one normal person bought it, you know? But, like, people...
It defeats the purpose. You're already coming into a market that's very saturated.
Yeah.
And very... Not saturated, actually, but very fixed.
It's already...
It's already fixed.
It's already full, first of all.
It's not full. It's just...
No.
It's set. It's already a set system that you can't, like, bypass because it's already... What? You got your 3 titans console-wise.
Yeah, and then you have your storefronts, which is most of the storefronts. It's you buy it through Steam, and then it makes you download another installer. You download the installer, and it opens through that installer. But you did buy it through Steam, or you buy it through Epic Games. I don't know many people who buy stuff off of Origin or Uplay. What's another one? I don't know another one.
Blizzard thing?
Oh. Besides Blizzard, I think Blizzard is the only one that's like, no Steam, this is ours. So Activision and Blizzard, you'd buy them. I think some of their old stuff is still there. Activision, like Black Ops 2 and below. So yeah, like those come like Activision, so BattleNet, Steam, and then Epic are the main ones on like computers. So like they already have their libraries full of games, and then Stadia comes in with like one exclusive for $100, and they're all games you either own or didn't want. Like, there's not a single game there that I'd be like, oh heck yeah, I've wanted that for so long, I'm gonna get it on Stadia. Heck yeah, dude. I don't know. It isn't a smart idea to buy Stadia.
I don't see the point. It's just a waste of money.
It is a waste of money.
Because there's so many games and so many things I waste money on, and I don't want to waste it on another service that I'm not going to use. Especially now that I have an Xbox and a Nintendo Switch, and I just recently started using my Switch religiously because Pokemon came out, but I'm probably going to, like, bench it again because what else was I playing on that?
We should get that.
I was just playing Pokemon and Smash Bros. I'm not, nope, that's a waste of money.
Can you get it for me?
That's a waste of money.
I want to work out.
It's a waste of money.
Why?
Because you're get Marissa.
You can set an alarm.
You're not gonna use it.
Watch.
The alarm's gonna go off for me, and I'm gonna be like, I'm not.
Get it.
No, you're not.
Get it for me for Christmas.
You're literally not gonna prove a point with this. You're not gonna prove a point with this. You want that to be your Christmas present?
Yes.
Is that literally what you want for your Christmas present?
Will use it.
I was gonna get you something else, but literally that's what you want.
Yeah, I'll use it. Or you can convince mom and dad to get it for me.
No, you can't cheat your way out of this one. It's gift. It's
okay.
It's stamped.
I'll
now.
use it. I don't think you don't believe me, but I'll use it. I'll be in here. It's cool. I actually want to work out, but I don't. First of all, my legs keep giving out. This one, my right one,
You gotta be more active. You're not active enough.
I walk around.
That doesn't mean
It's
shit.
like a normal person. But like, even when I walk around, it hurts, and I don't know what's wrong with it. It's only the right one. I don't know what's wrong with it. Like, I pull a muscle like every time I try to like squat or anything. So I'm kind of concerned about that. I don't know if there's like permanent damage done to my muscle from something I did that I just didn't take care of. I don't know. It just hurts all the time. So I'm kind of concerned about it. Maybe I should tell a doctor, but it'll be fine. Probably. But I do want to start working out.
I don't think that's a good state of mind to say, yeah, I'll be fine, I'll be fine, I'll be fine.
So I felt about my... Oh, I shouldn't talk about that.
What? About what?
The time I thought I had breast cancer.
Oh. I thought I had testicular cancer. What the fuck happened to my face and my mind?
Right, but that is just like, you felt your balls and it felt a little harder than normal.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, oh no. Mine was like, there was something wrong with my nipple, and I was concerned.
Did you get that checked?
Yeah, that was the cream I got. It was like this weird rash? I don't know, like happened all over my skin, but it didn't come from anything. The doctors were really like, there's nothing wrong. Is this just something that happens to people? And we don't know what causes it. It just happens, and you can't prevent it, but here's a cream to fix it. And it went away after like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was fine. All of my skin cleared up, including my nipple, and I was like, oh, I guess I don't have breast cancer. I like that.
I got bread cancer.
I got bread cancer.
Is that a new bar? Yeah, it's good.
I like that.
I can't even do it. I can't even recreate that.
That's so good. That's what we should end on. I like that.
You're an idiot.
Oh, okay. I guess we're gonna end the podcast. We talked about video games for like 2 minutes. It's supposed to be like a gaming / drama channel. I mean, drama podcast, and we didn't talk about anything gaming. Game's good. I don't know. No games came out recently.
You stopped it?
No.
What? I thought. Why'd you click it? Why'd you debate me?
No. I keep making fun of. No new games came out that were really that interesting. Besides like Death Stranding, but that's just like walking simulator. Not to say it's bad. It's actually really good. I think it's actually a really cool game, and I'd love to play it, but it's on PlayStation, so I cannot play it. But if it wasn't on PlayStation, I'd play the hell out of it.
My stomach just made a really good noise.
I'm happy for you.
I'm not happy for myself. That sounds weird.
Oh. What are you... Oh, my last... Oh.
You okay? You good? You psychopath. You're an idiot. Alright.
No, I'm not done. You can't stop me.
What are you... Oh, my last...
You want to stop me? You idiot.
What was I gonna tell? Oh yeah, Death Stranding's a really good game, and I'd love to play it, but we don't have a PlayStation, so we're never gonna play it. It'd be a really good game to play. I think it's really well designed and it has a lot of spirit behind it. You know, he had a vision. That's what I mean. You know, he knew what he wanted to make, and he made
Americans,
it. We don't get that because we only get shoot. I like shoot. Shoot game good. I like shoot. I do not get walk around. I do not understand get walk around. Smash.
We don't sound like that.
Smash Brother is not a real fighting game. I only stand shoot. Okay, if you don't do shoot, I don't know how to play.
And then I get roasted in when that podcast first came out by.
You did?
Them. Yeah, you didn't see the when you premiered it, all the chat and shit like that.
No, I didn't.
Like,
I was in class.
Like that.
I literally was in class.
I was literally on the bus to work, and then they were like messaging. I'm like, what do you want? They're like, check the premiere, the podcast, and I'm like, oh yeah, it went live. And then like I'm looking at it, I'm like, they're like critiquing everything. I'm like, bruh, like obviously it's just an interesting topic to talk about, and then you guys were like, yeah, pretending, but you guys were somewhat serious. So why are you adding me?
I mean, I felt like it was just like, it was if you weren't serious about it, you wouldn't bring it up, like, twice, at least. In his tweets.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. I don't really care.
I mean, I don't care either, but I just think it's stupid. And therefore, it's funny to talk about because it's dumb. I think it's a dumb stance to take.
Yeah, on that note.
Yeah, on that note.
What are you, 5? Can you just end the freaking podcast? Have a good day, everybody. This is dumb.
Thank you for watching the podcast. My name's Beary. That was dumb. We're going now. Adios, amigos.
Your face.